And all right, so you told me about your a couple students that really made an impact on you. What about students that made an impact on you in the opposite way? Maybe a little chaos in the classroom.
Oh, man. Okay.
Welcome to Bad Teacher Tales, real talk, stories, and advice for teachers and those who love them. Each episode, Scara and Sly bring you the good, the bad, and the what the hell of daily teacher life. These opinions aren't necessarily those of the hosts or Bad Teacher Tales. Some content may not be suitable for children. Ironic, I know. Listener discretion advised, with Scara and a special guest.
Don't tell me the name, but that student that comes to mind when I say they were a challenge.
Okay, so this is my second year teaching.
Okay, so years and years ago, dinosaur.
Yes, and I had a rough year.
Okay,
and I'll say was, and I don't. It's an
second year isn't much better than first year.
That's true, and the rough year in my first year teaching, I'll just say that I didn't think I was going to make it through the year because I had to get used to, their students. If they say this, you can't say this back. I can't get angry and say, and it's and I'm not saying I grew up in a rough neighborhood or anything, but I grew up in an area where some people say things and my reaction is like, man, you're not going to talk to me like that, and I had to learn that, there's still, so I had one of those incidents my first year.
Yes.
So I had a really bad first year, but my second year I had this student, female student. I could not reach her. There was some things going on at home. I know she was, being raised by a single mother, and she had explained to us that it was even hard for her to get a date, to meet a man because of what was, because the girl was like, oh man, she was bad.
So let's clarify when you say, just for our audience that maybe isn't in education.
Yes.
When you say I can't reach her, what you mean is you can't get her to connect and have that relationship in a way that that she trusts you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like I say, I did what all of the, I guess you could say, people would say do. I gave her little jobs like, hey, when it's time to turn the lights off, go, you are the person that
you
turned
got
the
a
lights
job,
off. And she would do things like they would hey Coach Duke, look at her, and she's at the lights like dancing like in a way that, trust me, and I was like, please don't do that. And I would give her jobs like, okay, you empty the pencil sharpener, and she would get in trouble doing that.
So you're trying. You're using the strategies.
I'm trying, and like I say, I just didn't know how to reach. Unfortunately, because I was a sixth grade teacher then, and maybe seventh grade I could smooth it over, because that's one of the good things about being a sixth grade teacher is if you don't reach a student, sixth grade, sometimes, maturation kicks in. Seventh grade, I can hold a better conversation, or eighth grade with them and reach them. But she ended up moving schools, and so I never closed out, I guess you could say, with her. So I think the last interaction we had was negative, and that still kind of bothers me to this day, was that the last interaction I had with her was a negative one. I don't know if I could tell the story about.
So I don't want to get into, but we can, what Coach Duke is referring to is this student has since passed away. So he doesn't have that opportunity to mend that, right? Yes. And I think that really speaks to your character that still bothers you from 15 plus years ago, right?
Yes.
And the fact that that's who you are, and this is why we need more male teachers and more teachers like you, is that one I hate to say bad kid, right? Struggling kid that challenged you is still on your mind this many years later, and you've had how many different students?
Yes.
And she's the one that comes to your mind because you couldn't connect, and because that was important to you as a human to help this girl, and now you won't have the opportunity, right?
No, because there's some of them where it doesn't happen in middle school. I see them in high school, and I could kind of connect with them and things like that. And but yeah, just like I say, it was a bad situation.
Well, and I don't think that you should fault yourself, right? I even tell my students this sometimes when I struggle to connect with certain students, is that at the end of the day, we're all human, and not all humans get along with the other humans, right? So it's okay that she wasn't one of those humans that you were able to connect with on that level. And it sounds like she had so much more going on in there that it's probably not you. It's probably just, she probably had trouble connecting with anyone in a way that motivated her, right? So thank you for sharing that story. The kid got kind of sad there, but
yes, I say yeah.
Yeah, but again, that just shows your character, you as a teacher, and what you do for your students. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, thank you for being here today, Coach Duke.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
I've enjoyed this.
If you've enjoyed Coach Duke, we will have other episodes with him. As always, please subscribe, like, share, all the things, comment. It helps us. It costs you nothing but a moment of time, and we do appreciate it. If you feel so inclined, of course, I would love to pay overheads at this point, and you can just head on over to Patreon or Buzzsprout, and you can subscribe and give a monthly donation, a one-time thing. Everything is in your fee or in the show notes. And if you have enjoyed listening to some of these stories and it sparks you are a teacher and educator, and it sparks something in you, then feel free to share your story. That link will also be in the show notes. So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Thank you for joining today's episode of Bad Teacher Tales. If we made your day slightly better, or your job seemed slightly less absurd, hit like, share, and subscribe. Your support keeps us caffeinated and somewhat functional. Want to share your story anonymously? The link in the notes is open 24/7, something your planning period can only dream of. Just kidding, those don't exist. Stories from all corners of education are welcome. Anyone who witnesses the madness and magic, we want your tales. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at @BadTeacherTales to drop your tales, memes, and coping strategies. Got suggestions, comments, questions, or topic ideas? Email us anytime at badteachertales@gmail.com. Unlike Teachers on Fridays, we actually read them. See you again soon. Try not to quit before then.